Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Something added to what you already have. He was a new addition to the staff. A component that is added to something to improve it. The addition of a bathroom was a major improvement. A quantity that is added. There was an addition to property taxes this year. The arithmetic operation of summing, calculating the sum of two or more numbers. A suburban area laid out in streets and lots for a future residential area. The act of adding one thing to another. The addition of flowers created a pleasing effect. Something added to what you already have. The librarian shelved the new accessions. Agreeing with or consenting to, often unwillingly. Accession to such demands would set a dangerous precedent. The act of attaining or gaining access to a new office or right or position, especially the throne. Elizabeth's accession in 1558. The right to enter. A process of increasing by addition, as to a collection or group. The art collection grew through accession. Civil law. The right to all of that which your property produces, whether by growth or improvement. Make a record of additions to a collection, such as a library. A component that is added to something to improve it. A supplementary component that improves capability. A software module that extends or enhances the capabilities of an existing application. A component that is added to something to improve it. Someone devoted to the promotion of human welfare and to social reforms. The amount of increase in signal power or voltage or current expressed as the ratio of output to input. Earn on some commercial or business transaction. Earn as salary or wages. Increase or develop. The peace movement gained momentum. A quantity that is added. They recorded the cattle's gain in weight over a period of weeks. Win something through one's efforts. Obtain. Derive a benefit from. The advantageous quality of being beneficial. Reach a destination, either real or abstract. Increase one's body weight. She gained 20 pounds when she stopped exercising. Obtain advantages, such as points, etc. The home team was gaining ground. Rise in rate or price. The stock market gained 24 points today. The amount by which the revenue of a business exceeds its cost of operating. The amount by which something increases. They proposed an increase of 15% in the fare. The act of increasing something. He gave me an increase in salary. A quantity that is added. A process of becoming larger or longer or more numerous or more important. The increase in unemployment. A change resulting in an increase. The increase is scheduled for next month. Become bigger or greater in amount. The amount of work increased. Make bigger or more. The boss finally increased her salary. Involving advantage or good. A plus, or positive, factor. A useful or valuable quality. The arithmetic operation of summing. Calculating the sum of two or more numbers. 4 plus 3 equals 7. On the positive side or higher end of a scale. A plus value. The final aggregate. The arithmetic operation of summing, calculating the sum of two or more numbers. The summation of 4 and 3 gives 7. A concluding summary, as in presenting a case before a law court. Physiology. The process whereby multiple stimuli can produce a response, in a muscle or nerve or other part, that one stimulus alone does not produce. An ability that has been acquired by training. The cognitive process of acquiring skill or knowledge. The child's acquisition of language. Something acquired. A recent acquisition by the museum. The act of contracting or assuming or acquiring possession of something. The acquisition of wealth. An artifact that is one of the individual parts of which a composite entity is made up, especially a part that can be separated from or attached to a system. A component or constituent element of a system. An abstract part of something. Two constituents of a musical composition are melody and harmony. Something determined in relation to something that includes it. The animal constituent of plankton. Constitutional in the structure of something, especially your physical makeup. Grammar. A word or phrase or clause forming part of a larger grammatical construction. A member of a constituency. A citizen who is represented in a government by officials for whom he or she votes. Needs continued support by constituents to be re-elected. An artifact that is one of the individual parts of which a composite entity is made up, especially a part that can be separated from or attached to a system. A component or constituent element of a system. Any of the more than 100 known substances, of which 92 occur naturally, that cannot be separated into simpler substances and that singly or in combination constitute all matter. An abstract part of something. The grammatical elements of a sentence. A straight line that generates a cylinder or cone. One of four substances thought in ancient and medieval cosmology to constitute the physical universe. The alchemists believed that there were four elements. The most favorable environment for a plant or animal. Water is the element of fishes. The situation in which you are happiest and most effective. In your element. An artifact that is one of the individual parts of which a composite entity is made up, especially a part that can be separated from or attached to a system. Spare components for cars. An abstract part of something. Jealousy was a component of his character. Something determined in relation to something that includes it. The smaller component is hard to reach. An estimated quantity. A mathematical operation involving numbers. A residential district located on the outskirts of a city. A residential district located on the outskirts of a city. A residential district located on the outskirts of a city. Suburbanites considered as a cultural class or subculture. The act of increasing something. An addition that extends a main building. Attach to. Take territory, as if by conquest. Hitler annexed Lithuania. An addition that extends a main building. The act of attaching or affixing something. The act of fastening things together. A feeling of affection for a person or an institution. A connection that fastens things together. Faithful support for a cause or political party or religion. Attachment to a formal agenda. A supplementary part or accessory. A writ authorizing the seizure of property that may be needed for the payment of a judgment in a judicial proceeding. Travel through the air. Be airborne. An addition that extends a main building. A stage area out of sight of the audience. A barrier that surrounds the wheels of a vehicle to block splashing water or mud. In Britain they call a fender a wing. The side of military or naval formation. A group within a political party or legislature or other organization that holds distinct views or has a particular function. They are the progressive wing of the Republican Party. A hockey player stationed in a forward position on either side. A movable organ for flying, one of a pair. A unit of military aircraft. In flight formation, a position to the side and just to the rear of another aircraft. One of the horizontal airfoils on either side of the fuselage of an airplane. The wing of a fowl. He preferred the drumsticks to the wings. Designating or involving an equation whose terms are of the first degree. Characterized or produced by addition. An additive process. Something added to enhance food or gasoline or paint or medicine. Thinking again about a choice previously made. An addition that was not included in the original plan. The garage was an afterthought. An addition to the length of something. The act of lengthening something. The quality of being elongated. The most direct or specific meaning of a word or expression. The class of objects that an expression refers to. The extension of satellite of Mars is the set containing only Deimos and Phobos. An addition that extends a main building. Amount or degree or range to which something extends. The wire has an extension of 50 feet. An addition to the length of something. The spreading of something, a belief or practice, into new regions. An additional telephone set that is connected to the same telephone line. An educational opportunity provided by colleges and universities to people who are not enrolled as regular students. A string of characters beginning with a period and followed by one or more letters. The optional second part of a PC computer file name. Most applications provide extensions for the files they create. Act of expanding in scope, making more widely available. Extension of the program to all in need. Act of stretching or straightening out a flexed limb. A mutually agreed delay in the date set for the completion of a job or payment of a debt. They applied for an extension of the loan. The ability to raise the working leg high in the air. The dancer was praised for her uncanny extension. An increase by natural growth or addition. Astronomy. The formation of a celestial object by the effect of gravity pulling together surrounding objects and gases. Biology. Growth by addition as by the adhesion of parts or particles. Geology. An increase in land resulting from alluvial deposits or waterborne sediment. Law. An increase in a beneficiary's share in an estate, as when a co-beneficiary dies or fails to meet some condition or rejects the inheritance. Something contributing to growth or increase. He scraped away the accretions of paint. The addition of a fluoride to the water supply, to prevent dental decay. The addition of a fluoride to the water supply, to prevent dental decay. The addition of a fluoride to the water supply, to prevent dental decay. A component or accessory added to something after it has been manufactured. Fit in or on an existing structure, such as an older house. The mansion was retrofitted with modern plumbing. Provide with parts, devices, or equipment not available or in use at the time of the original manufacture. The car companies retrofitted all the old models with new carburetors. Substitute new or modernized parts or equipment for older ones. The laboratory retrofitted to meet the safety codes. The act of adding a component or accessory to something that did not have it when it was manufactured. The court ordered a retrofit on all automobiles.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.